Hey guys, all right, it is time for a new video. So we are going to carve the template of the month for what it would be March of 2019, which is really a cool little hot rod Vicky found. You found this on one of our sites that we subscribe to, but I love this little thing. I'm really looking forward to carving it. So I got it laid out here. That's just a single, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve one inset and one outset. Then we're going to kind of compare them and see what they look like, because I'm not sure which is going to look better. So I have got my modified SC50 in there. So which means, what I mean by modified is it's been ground a bunch of times, so it's not as narrow and thin. That's why I can go about 1/8 of an inch deep. So I've got it set at about 1/8 of an inch deep. I'm not sure if that's going to be about the right width or not till I get into it. Anyway, so that's the way that goes.
That's your story and you're sticking to it.
Yeah. Oh, I got my cool hat on. I bought this at Workbench Con from Zach over at ZH Fabrications. Yes, love this hat. So haven't taken it off since I left. It's awesome. I dig it. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. I'm not sure again if the depth will be right. Gosh, it feels like it's been about a month since I had this router in my hand. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to do this one inset.
Maybe.
As soon as I plug it in. It has been a while. Gee. Hold on to it when you plug it in, just to make sure that the switch is off. It's always a good idea. Yep, here we go. Let's try it again. So I'm going to carve this one inset. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so now I've still got the same bit in, same depth. I'm going to carve this one outset with the same bit, seeing if I could do this all correctly. So now what I'll do by carving this outset, so everything here is going to be carved away. These black spots, black things will be outset, and so this is inset. Now this one's going to be the opposite of that. This is where it gets kind of tricky when you're doing it both ways. Anyway, we'll see if I can pull this off. So now, okay, I think I got this right. Okay, so now I am going to get my other router up here. I'm going to put the profile bit in. So my thinking behind this is to do all the detail with the SC50, but now I need a bigger line on the inside here and a bigger line on the outside here, and most of it I'll be able to kind of, the thing about the SC50, and let me back up a little bit, the thing about the SC50 is it cuts really narrow. The problem is it's only one flute, so it doesn't cut near as smooth as the profile bit. So that's why sometimes I'll start my carving with the SC50, do the detail, but now I'm going to go back in and I am going to widen those lines up a little bit with the profile bit. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my my profile bit in, and again, this is a modified profile bit, so this cuts wider than a normal profile bit. This is one I've been using for several months. And I'm set at about 3/16. Now I don't know, I won't know till I get into it whether that's deep enough, so I may adjust it a little bit deeper. But again, all of this is relative, guys. It wouldn't, I don't necessarily go by the depth. I always go by the width of the cut. So this really, I get a lot of questions about depth of cut, but it really has more to do with the width of the cut, because every time you sharpen a cutter, it changes. So anyway, let's see. Here we go. So this one is inset, so I'm going to cut away all the wood colored stuff. Okay, next step is all of this has got to be taken out, and this stuff's got to be taken out. So I am going to put in my 90-degree V-groove. We'll be right back. All right, guys, let's, so I've got the 90-degree V-groove bit in. This is the one I use for my background or my cleanup. Let's get the rest of this carving done. I've got it set right at about 1/4 of an inch, maybe just slightly less. So here we go. This is the fun part. Okay, there they is, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and brush these out. Looks like I got a little bit of touch up right there and nicked that thing. I don't know what happened there. Sometimes you really can't, guys, when I'm carving off of camera, when you guys aren't watching me carve, a lot of times I am standing up and sitting down because I really need to see all of the detail from up above. I don't think it's anything I've ever really talked about before. A lot of times you can't really get as good an angle on everything looking at it horizontally, I guess, rather than vertically. Anyway, I'm going to go back and touch that up a little bit. Take a couple of those little high spots out. Well, I might as well do that right here. But right there, there's a little nick. I don't like the looks of that. That's not going to look right when once it's sanded off. Oops. Let me turn that around. Yeah, that's better. That's a little better. I like that better. All right, so now I'm going to use my little hand carving tool. I'm going to get in there and take out any little things that either might come up a high spot or might just bust loose after a while, because I don't want any white spots down in the groove. So, and you guys have seen me do this before, unless this is the first video. But, like for instance, are you in on that, babe? Yeah. Sorry. For instance, like down in this spot right there. See how that little spot? Well, it didn't come out when I was brushing it. So I want to make sure that all of that little stuff gets out of there so that after it's sprayed and sanded off, it doesn't come out afterwards. Like that little spot right there, that would have been a high spot. This is pretty high ridge there, so I'll just kind of take that down. Anyway, I'm going to do this for a few more minutes, guys, off camera. I'll spray it, we'll come back and we'll sand it off. Okay, so let's sand it off and see what it looks like.
Okay, hold on. 1 second. Don't do it yet.
Okay.
am. Your phone's a whole nother story. All right, go.
Ready?
Those look so cool.
I like it. That is cool. So you guys tell me what you think. Inset or outset?
Inset.
You think inset?
I like the inset.
Yeah, I think I like the inset. But the thing that this does allow you to do, if you wanted to customize it and put a number there or a little name, that's what I like the idea of being able to do. Yeah, love it. Cool. All right, guys. Pull up a chair here. That is it. So hope you guys like this. If you have any questions on the depth, on the router bits, this was pine, by the way. I didn't use any sanding sealer on this. Didn't feel like I was going to spray heavy enough that I needed to, and I've got a pretty light touch with that can. I actually, on this, I used the Marsh stencil ink, but I could have used the primer just the same. The thing that I like about the Marsh ink, especially when using the pine, is it doesn't come out super fast, whereas the primer's got that Rust-Oleum primer has got a really heavy nozzle on it, and it comes out about twice as fast, so it's a lot easier to overspray with the primer. Anyway, guys, hope you like it. Thank you so much. We would love a thumbs up. We would love for you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And if you haven't, be sure and click that little bell icon if you do subscribe. That way you get notifications when we put out new videos 3 times a week. So we got a lot of really amazing projects coming up. I wish I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. Anyway, no, it's just crazy. I've got some really, really cool stuff that this Workbench Con just got kind of going. Got some really cool stuff coming up. So stay tuned. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.